And welcome to Fearless Gray Live. How are you today? I'm super excited because I have a guest. I have my friend Paula Rodriguez. Paula lives in Florida, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about herself in a minute. But Paula and I went to high school together, and so back a long time ago, we're both Fearless Gray age, and Paula and I have really reconnected through Facebook, and so it's really, our class, we were talking about our class has a really nice Facebook group for our grade. And it's really nice because people have really connected within our class and are really supportive. It's really fun. Like I was noticing, like if anyone puts a post up from our class, like the first people to engage with it are people from our class. And I think it's really made our class be really close, even closer than we were in high school, because you really get to know a wider spectrum of people. We can't pull off a reunion still, even though we're close and connect. We can't get enough people to go to reunion. But anyway, so Paul and I know each other from high school. And the fun fact is, so my last name was an F, and she had a good friend whose last name was an F. And so we were like, saw each other every day next to our lockers pretty much all the time. Anyways, Paula, please tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Hey, everyone. I'm Paula Rodriguez. I am a mom of two, a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old, both college students. I actually married my high school sweetheart, but not until I was 31. We've lived all over. He's an air traffic controller, so we've moved a bunch, but we have settled now in Florida, 3 miles from the beach, and we are just happy as can be.
So nice I'm curious because I don't know the story. So how did you guys reconnect after high school?
Oh, it was at the class reunion.
When we had one.
Our 10-year class reunion. It's true.
Really? I didn't know that.
We got married 3 years later.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't that funny?
Good thing you went to that one.
I figured after the trouble I got in that one, I didn't need to go to another one.
Yeah. That's so funny. Well, I'm going to make sure you both come to the next one now that I know that story.
All right.
Okay, so Paula has her own business, which maybe she'll talk a little bit more at the end. But one of the things that I really like about Paula is she's very honest and open and really expresses herself in a kind way. And yesterday she had a post that really hit me, talking about kind of like how we see ourselves now and how we saw ourselves before and things like that. So Paula, why don't you give a brief recap for everyone here, kind of like what you talked about yesterday?
Okay. I spoke about, I had visitors in town for a couple of weeks and we went out exploring every day. And my sister had taken a bunch of pictures, and I got to see one of them and was shocked into reality that pictures don't lie. I see myself like I did in my 28th year of life, which was one of my favorite years. I re-met my husband. I was very athletic, tan, living in South Florida, and I just really enjoyed that year of my life. And I always see myself like that until I saw this picture. So I had to struggle with learning how I was responsible for that picture instead of my sister, because my first reaction was, you need to learn how to crop your picture. And I stepped back and said, no, I need to learn how to crop me. If I don't like what I'm seeing about me, I need to change it.
And I think a couple things that I think, first, I think that how important it is, first of all, to connect, and like how you said you had visitors and how happy that made you. And I think one of the things in Fearless Gray is to not, to connect with people always, family and friends, and not be isolated. But more importantly, like the way we see ourselves, I think when we get to be Fearless Gray 8 years, I mean, like we've done a lot of great things, but it changes our appearance, our gray hair, our extra pounds, they've all come honestly from a well-lived life. But it's sometimes hard when we compare to like how we thought, our perfect exterior self was. Right. And I think like one of the things when I saw that post, and I'm really sincere when I say like I really see like you express love. It like to me you're so beautiful because you express love. But I think sometimes it affects like when we see ourselves how we feel about ourselves. And I had two thoughts. One, it's not about our weight or what size clothes we fit in, but it's about how we're taking care of our health.
Exactly.
And you and I were talking a little earlier about like what we do now is what's going to affect our life when we're 70. Which I think it's so important. I struggle with this so much. Like I can be really consistent about most things except for exercise, and which I really don't understand because I know what I do now affects my health. Like I look at my parents and my dad is so good at like like he started a new hobby this year. He's like after 75, he started swimming for the health of it. And I know it's the way we have to live our life, but it's difficult. And sometimes these like pictures that we see, although I think pictures lie, because my thing is I'm not photogenic. Maybe I just refuse to see the truth. But sometimes it's helpful when we see these pictures, maybe because they motivate us not by our look, but how we feel about ourselves.
It's true.
You know, I think like, so like, do you think it like you'll take any actions as far as after you see that picture?
I absolutely do. I ordered a pair of Cardiff skates. They're like skates we had when we were little kids that you clip onto your tennis shoes. You know, you step your foot in it and they just lock together.
Are you kidding?
No, and I'm getting out there. And I have 2 standard poodles, so we do walk on the beach a bunch, but I just need to make it a concentrated effort to do it more. And I found having people around, you're just more active if you have people to do stuff with. So now that we're in this new house down here, I just need to make some close friends down here who I can get out and about with and enjoy this beautiful area I live in.
I think it's so true. Like, you know, one of the things too, when we get to be Fearless Gray age, it's like, it used to be so natural to make friendships and neighbors because, you know, you had your kids and your different careers. And as you get older, like you don't have your kids and activities that you're meeting people, and maybe you have a different kind of career where you're not meeting new people all the time. And so we have to make the efforts to try to make people. But I do think like fitness is a good way to do it. Like walking, you know, like walking your dogs and I love that you got the roller skates because I think, you know, to like engage in fitness at Fearless Gray age, it has to be something that is convenient. Like I think walking is like, you don't need a lot of stuff. You put on your shoes, you hook up your dogs, and also like fun. Like I really love that you're roller skating. I think that would be so much fun, and I want to see video.
Let's get me up on them, and then I'll show you some.
Yeah. So I think overall, I do think we have to, like, maybe this is like a motivation for you and I, like, it's important because when we're 70, we put in the work now, we'll appreciate it. And I think also as far as like, the way we look, as far as beauty, I also think that's important too. You know, I was talking to my mom and she like always dresses really young. And it's like I was telling Paula earlier, it's not like expensive clothes at Shopko. And those of you not from Wisconsin, which is just like, you know, real, really, really low average price stuff. But she also encourages my dad to dress really nice. And I think it makes him younger because he feels good about himself.
It does.
And so, go ahead.
It does. I find I have a work at home kind of business, and I find I'm more productive when I dress for business.
Really?
You feel better, you get more done. If I'm sitting around, and there are days, don't get me wrong, there are days when pajamas rule or, you know, shorts and a t-shirt rule, but those aren't my most productive days.
Isn't that interesting? And I think sometimes it's hard when you're home alone to like decide like, all right, you know, because you're just so comfortable. The other thing that happens too is you start the day out doing some work and you're a couple hours in and you're still in your sweatshirt and like, you know. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your business, because it is kind of about beauty, which shines out.
It is, but let me first say that I believe beauty is inside and outside. I'm an independent beauty guide for Limelight by Alcone, and I absolutely love the company I work for. They are an offshoot of the Alcone company, which has been in business for over 60 years. And they've come out with a chemical-free skincare line, which when I used, fell in love with, and would never expect me to be in this kind of business. But I so believe in their products and their mission of empowering women to earn what they're worth. So
isn't it, I think it's another thing too, when you get to be Fearless Gray, like to try something new in a business like that. And I think it often arises from things that we like. You know, so like you tried the products and you liked them. I mean, you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't love the product.
It was a huge step outside my normal boundaries. You know,
really?
Yes. But I prefer to consider that I'm sharing and not selling. Mm-hmm. I'm sharing products that I know will work and I know are good and I know aren't going to harm you. And I try to keep it in the share mindset.
And I like that when you do some of your shares, it's a lot of times it's like talking about life stuff. Like yesterday, when you were talking about life stuff, like, and that's what I really like, and this is like, again, like what I really like about, like in high school, we didn't know each other that well. We knew each other, but we didn't like, I feel like I know you so much better from watching your videos, and like this is really kind soul that you really show in your videos and in your work. And I like the other thing, I think, like we talk about like meeting people and connecting when we're Fearless Gray. I feel like probably through your business, you have an opportunity to do that.
And not only an opportunity, but a dedication to do it. And that's good for me because it's almost easier to stay in, turn on the Hallmark Channel and watch a movie but yeah, this forces me out of my comfort zone, and I so appreciate that.
Well, and I think yesterday my quote of the day was something like, be happy with where you are and fearless where you want to be. And that's kind of it like pushes you out of your comfort zone so much to do all these things. I'm excited. Paula got a new, what's that?
You develop a new comfort zone.
Yeah, that's true. You keep another step. Paula, it's like she is out of her comfort zone. She has her new Instagram post. I don't even know if she has a post yet. She started it today. But we're going to share because she's going to start posting on her Instagram. And so we had a quote for today. Now, hopefully I can remember it. I might not do it exactly. Actually, I'm going to try to look it up. Do you remember it exactly, Paula?
No, I remember it was Sophia Loren, right?
I know. I love Sophia Loren. And I was looking up through her quotes. It was the thing I love about Sophia Loren is her view of life. Like, of course, she was a beautiful woman, but she had so many great views on life about where beauty comes from and like how to live your life. And so this was our quote for our show. It is, sorry, folks. I put it in my, okay, here it is. Beauty is how you feel inside, and it reflects in your eyes. And maybe that's really like when you put that post yesterday, and I just sincerely see you as beautiful, but I think you have such smiling eyes too. Like your eyes, like to me, always look happy. It's really true. Like, say you have smiling eyes. So we wanted to, that was our quote. So we were going to each end with a beauty tip related to our eyes.
Okay.
So you can go first.
Okay. To open your eyes, you want to first put white shadow all over your eyes before you do any colors. Another thing you can do is put a little white inside on the inside corner, and the outside corner below where your liner comes out, put a little triangle of white, and all that helps to open your eyes up.
Oh, that is a good tip. And so when our show is done, I'm going to ask Paula if she wants to share a link to her Facebook page too, so you can get more tips like this. And so my tips relate to opening your eyes too. And I think you really have to pay attention to your eyelashes. And I have an amazing like eyelash mascara that my kids say, like one of my daughters like, oh, it clumps your eyelashes. But I figured when we're older, we want them to stand out. And it's Pump and Boost by Marc Jacobs. It's like $30, I think. And I don't sell it or anything. It's just my favorite mascara. Like, it's like, wow. So combination between Paula's like tip with the light eyeshadow, my mascara, your eyes will show your beauty. Anyways, I'm hoping that we'll have Paula on here maybe even every month, and we'll talk about life stuff and then beauty stuff, because life is about beauty too. Paula, thank you. Is there anything you wanted to say in closing?
No, I enjoyed meeting you all. Come back and see us.
Thanks for coming today, Paula. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Did you see? I didn't.